What's up guys, and welcome back to ManCave Collectibles, coming at you today with another figure review. Today we're taking a look at the very hard to acquire Fawn Grotto Plunderlings. This is the first Plunderling that I have reviewed on my channel. I've been really excited about these guys. I've actually got 3 of the original Kickstarter offerings in my pile of loot at Big Bad Toy Store as we speak. So head over to Big Bad Toy Store where you can find items like the Plunderling as well as many other items that are up for pre-order. They have a huge selection of in-stock items as well. Head over to Big Bad Toy Store for all your toy needs, whether it's Hasbro, Mafex, Hot Toys, and all the other major brands. They've got it along with $4 flat rate shipping. Click the link in the description to see what BBTS can do to fill that need you have in your collection. Click my link in the description for Big Bad Toy Store. It also helps out my channel. I'd be greatly appreciative. Let's jump right into what we're taking a look at today. So this is Fawn Grotto. He's a red Plunderling. As I said before, I have 3 of the original offerings that we will be taking a look at in the future. They are random colors, so I thought this red would fit in real nice with those. Taking a look at our box here, they did a fantastic job on the packaging for this guy. We have what looks like kind of a Plunderling head with those teeth. Right here as the window kind of border, window packaging, we can see Fawn Grotto in that window really well. Plunderling's kind of written back there behind him. If you're an inbox collector, this looks fantastic sitting on a shelf. As we come onto the top, we can actually see some of the accessories, the additional heads and hands. Plunderling logo there. Spinning around, kind of looks like a crate, you know, like a wooden crate. So really creative on the back. Very simple, got a little promotional art, Fawn Grotto and the barcode. And then more crate on this side, additional artwork on the bottom. I just think this is super creative how they've done this. And they actually have some cutouts here where we can add some ears in. We'll take a look at that here shortly. As you know, I'm not an inbox collector, so the box doesn't mean that much to me, but I know there are a lot of folks who enjoy the inbox collecting. Let's go ahead and crack this guy out of his packaging and see what we got. All right guys, so just real quick, I wanted to show you kind of what this packaging looked like, kind of fully assembled. So you can see they kind of give you a set of ears here that match our actual Plunderling. So you can see you just kind of put those in from the inside. And, you know, it just kind of gives a neat little look to it. It kind of opens up that window. They have a little bit of a writing there to their fans and supporters right there in the back. So you can pause that and read it if you'd like. But yeah, that's, you know, kind of what they've got for you there. You know, very creative. I like the design of it. Well done here by the Plunderlings folks. All right, guys, let's jump right into Grotto and his accessories. We've got kind of a dual flute type of accessory here. So you can see there, nicely sculpted. It is fully painted from what I can tell here. This is not just sculpted plastic. It appears to have a full paint job on it in that gold. Looks good, has a little bit of detail here, little cutouts on the flute itself, so that's pretty nice. Now, probably my favorite accessory here is the sword that he comes with. Got some nice paint on it, gold, kind of a lighter gold here, and then silver all the way up the blade. Looks really good, real straight out of packaging. It's a nice thick plastic. It's hard, so it's not bendable. Doesn't have a gummy feel to it. I really like that. Now, as you can see on them, we do have a pair of kind of open, relaxed hands straight out of the packaging. So they provide you with a pair of holding hands here. So you can hold your flute or your sword. Got real nice work on the nails there. Just a black paint there for the nails. Looks really good. Then we get a couple different head options, and this is probably, you know, outside of the sword, this is probably my favorite accessories for this guy. So we've got kind of a smiling closed mouth face. Then we have kind of a, you know, cheesing, showing the teeth. All of these faces look very mischievous to me. Now, one thing I did notice with this head versus like this head, you can see there's not a gap between the head and the horns. On this one, I have a little bit of a gap there. You can see between the head and the horn. It's not bad. It's not super noticeable. It's nothing that is going to bother me, but I do want to point it out. Excellent paintwork here on this figure. You can see the teeth. Everything is real nice and crisp as far as the paint job. On the eyes here, you have a little bit of kind of a reflection, you know, kind of like you see in a lot of artwork with eyes, that type of thing. They kind of mimic that here. It looks really good. The earrings on the ears are painted in gold. They look nice. Really no QC issues at all on this additional head. You know, we see larger companies continuously give us QC and bad paint issues. This is a small company. I think they've done a great job here from what I can tell. Now, this is more of a cheesing kind of mouth open. We still get to see those teeth. I think that's one of the things that they really like. It gives them kind of that cute, mischievous aesthetic. I really like what they've done here. These horns are real nice and flush against the head. So, you know, I don't know if that was just a little bit of an issue. We could say that's a QC thing because these two don't have it. The two here don't have the issue with the horns and a little bit of separation between the head. But like I said, it's not a real obvious issue. Excellent paintwork again here on this face. The earrings, the horns, the eyes, everything just really, really well done. So that is your 3 head options. I don't think you can go wrong with any of the 3. Now let's take a closer look at our Plunderling here. We'll bring him up for his close-up. So taking a look at this head, you can see, we can barely see the teeth. He's kind of got 2 teeth kind of sticking out here on the side, but it looks really good. Again, no QC related issues whatsoever on this guy. Just so well done that a small company can put together a figure like this, charge a fair price for it, and have no QC related issues. That is really, really impressive to me. Now I know there have been some minor QC issues with, you know, joints where the paint is chipping, but what they did was they made sure that plastic was close enough in color to where if you do have a little bit of that chipping, which I do here, I have a little bit here like in the wrist joint. Yes, it's chipping, but the plastic underneath it is close enough in color to where you really don't notice it. So it just, you know, that's the way it should be. I think if some of our larger companies would do that, it would cut down on probably some of our gripes and complaints about paint chippage. But let's go ahead and continue looking at this guy. We've taken a look here at the head, looking at the body. You can see we got all types of articulation in here, which we're going to take a closer look at here in a little bit. They did a good job here on the knees. You can see they added a little bit of a shade. It almost looks like a purple or you know, really a light purple, I think is what I'm seeing there. It looks really, really nice. Kind of did the same thing on the elbows here. You can see that real well on these elbows. This little butt is hilarious looking. And then as we come down, now one thing that kind of differentiates the fawns is obviously the horns, number one, but in the feet, they do have the hooves. So this is pretty cool as compared to the initial offering, the Kickstarter offering. So again, I've got about 3 of those coming from Big Bad Toy Store. We'll take a look at those at a later date once they come in. But just really, really well done. We got those hands here, got the nice black paint on them as well. So I think they did a good job here. Let's look at articulation. So we can get this guy's head down to there, up to about right there. So good range of motion there on the head. Full 360, no problem whatsoever. Get those shoulders up to about right there. It's good enough. Nothing in the bicep. We do have a swivel right here at the elbow. And then we have just a single jointed elbow. Get about 90 degrees. Here in the wrist, we have kind of your traditional wrist articulation to what we see with most companies. 360 there. We do have an abdominal crunch, but I can really only get it to go backward. So I'm not able to really get it to go forward any. It looks like that's about the extent of it. It does spin slightly. It feels like you could get it to go the full 360, but I don't want to risk really rubbing paint. Legs we can get out to about right there, so really nowhere near on the splits. But we do have a thigh cut right here at the top of the thigh. We can get that leg up to about right there on his kicks. Double jointed knees, plenty of range of motion on the knees. And then out of the package, the ankles were probably the tightest, you know, articulated point here, but now I've got them moving pretty well. Lots of ankle articulation, forward, back, you know, no problems there. Pretty much just what you have come to know as far as, you know, your $20, $30 action figures. Pretty much the same type of articulation, just kind of condensed down into a smaller size. So just real quick, I wanted to show you how this guy looks with a little bit of swap out. So we swapped in one of the holding hands, threw the sword in that hand, swapped out the head for kind of the big cheesing smile. So I just thought it looked really cool. I wanted to kind of show you guys a little bit of how he looks with a little bit of a different look and how he's customizable. So I really like this look. This may be how I display him on my shelf. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Which head do you like the most? Which accessory do you like the most? So yeah, what a phenomenal offering here. Let's go ahead and bring out some characters from other lines, do a little size comparison. All right, guys, so we got Grotto here on our table with multiple lines. We've got our NECA cartoon Raphael. We've got our standard 6-inch Marvel Legend there in Cyclops. We've got a Super 7 Raphael. And then we got a Mythic Legions Kauros. I don't know why, but I have this strange urge to pose my Plunderlings with my Mythic Legions figures. I have no idea where that came from. You guys let me know what would be the coolest shelf for the Plunderlings to kind of sneak into? Would it be Marvel Legends? Would it be NECA TMNT? Would it be Mythic Legions? Would it be Classic He-Man, MOTU Classics? Let me know in the comments down below. I got to make a decision where I'm going to kind of pose these in. I don't really want to put them on their own shelf. I kind of want them to kind of be intermingled into one of my shelves. I think that would be the cool thing, kind of giving me more of that mischievous look. But we can see here, this guy stands about waist height on most of your 6 to 7 inch figures. We'll go ahead and put a ruler on him. So we're standing with the horns right at about 4 inches tall. So just again, a really, really cool offering by Lone Coconut. So head over to their website. They have a lot of information over there about this line. They have some really cool trailers that they put together from a graphic standpoint. It's just a really cool line. I'm hoping that they become easier to acquire as they continue to have success and grow as a business, because these are just really fun little action figures. I do know they have announced some different sizes, some different scales. They got some larger scales coming, different designs coming. So I'm really excited about that as well. It really just kind of gets you out of the monotony of our normal lines, which I don't dislike our normal lines, but it's just something completely new and completely different to kind of intermingle into our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Marvel Legends. So I look forward to seeing what they have to bring to us in the future. As always, guys, leave those comments down below. What do you think of this line? What do you think of these figures? Do you have them? Do you plan on getting them? Have you tried to get them and can't get them? Love to hear you guys' thoughts and ideas about these types of things. Hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. Would love to have you as part of the ManCave Collectibles team. And then lastly, hit the like button if you enjoyed this review. It helps get this video out there for other people to be able to see. It's just how the YouTube analytics work. We got a toy hunt coming up here soon, so stay tuned to the channel. That will drop tomorrow. I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening. Until next time.